Okay, we are live. And today, I hope we're having a good day, firstly, before I start. Can you believe it's already Thursday? And today, I want to talk to you about your fear of your power to create. And this is something that I have been having a good few conversations with people around this whole topic and getting to understand what it means to actually understand your power and to actually embody your power, and how there is so many fears and so many areas of resistance within you to actually meet your own power, to be able to create, to be able to co-create with life, and to be able to step into whatever is your vision, your dream, your calling. What is the thing that life is really wanting to bring through you? So this is something that I have been really going into on a much deeper level for this month inside Ashling's Health School for Envision Your New Year. So I wanted to bring you through the 3 steps of really breaking down that fear of your power to create. Because oftentimes we think that we have these beliefs that we're not good enough, or, who am I to do any of these things? But actually, if you go deeper underneath that, it's actually the fear of your own power. And that's something that we have been conditioned out of, that our power to have life and everything comes from the outside. Whereas now we're being asked at this time to actually step into having our power coming from within us, and then expressing that out into our outer life, into our outer environment. But to do so, you have to have these different steps. So the first one is you want to clarify your vision. So oftentimes this is the thing that trips up so many people, because you don't necessarily have like a flash of clarity and you know exactly what it is. It often can come in forms of just the different sensations and feelings of what makes you feel the most inspired. And you might get ideas of what that vision looks like, but you won't necessarily see the whole picture. So for some people, that can trip them up and they feel like, I'm not really sure. So if you want to clarify your vision, you might be at a stage where you really want to drill down on, okay, this is where I want to go. This is the direction that I am focused on in my life. And therefore I need to create strategy. I need to do the inner work so that I'm able to stay with my North Star, my vision. And getting really, really clear helps you to simplify your life so that you're actually aligning your life with that vision. But if you are at a stage where you're not yet clear and you're kind of just like, okay, maybe I just need to maybe work on my own body, I need to like work on my own health, and then I'll be in a better space for whatever wants to come in. But oftentimes then, if you're not at the space of complete clarity as to what your vision is, you focus on the feelings of what you want to embody. So for me, that would be like embodying trust and embodying beauty and in creativity and abundance and all the different qualities that I want to bring into my future here and now, because the future is a continuation of this present moment. And the reason why I'm talking about envision your new year now, even though it's still November, is because this is the perfect time to go into that vision and to get yourself ready for the new season. Because on the run up now to the winter solstice, you really want to be utilizing this time for kind of tidying away things from the last season of 2020 and making the space for you to be in a really good, strong, and resilient place within yourself for the new season to come through you. So that's why I wanted to bring this to you now. So the second step then is to start to understand and get to know deeply the emotional blocks that you have to your vision. And this is often, as I'm talking about the fear of your own power. So you might have these different emotional blocks that have built up. So the only way to describe it, really, for me anyway, to understand it, is that over the time of your lifetime, you've picked up different like snapshot ideas of who you think you are. So it could be that you expressed yourself maybe as a child, and that wasn't necessarily accepted by one of your parents or maybe two of your parents. Obviously we all have different scenarios, but basically it's like there's kind of like a muddiness that goes on to the lens of your own perception of how you see yourself. based upon all the different experiences that you've had along your path. So you really need to start to understand those, that they're not you, they're not actually real, and they were just an experience, and you know, something that has really distorted your own perception of who you are and your ability to be in your full power and to be your full self, because the only person who can actually understand that is yourself. And also you need to get to know intimately your specific habits of sabotage. We all have them. So whenever we're stepping into our power, whether that's to do with our health or whether that's to do with our career, relationships, whichever, we can often have this sabotaging behavior that will come in because, again, it's the fear of being like fully empowered in your body, being fully empowered in your career, being fully empowered in your relationships. There's all these layers that you have to go through. So understanding that helps you to then start moving through those fears and resistance, not from a place of trying to be harsh or cruel or bulldoze over yourself, but actually to really step into who you are and to work with yourself, and to understand that all of your experiences, they're all part of you discovering your own power. Those experiences, when you start to actually uncover them and, you know, mind them for the gifts that they were, you then are able to put that into what you're able to create. And so then your fear of your power to create starts to lessen and starts to become something that, instead of being a fear, that it's actually something that you're more curious about and you're open to exploring it, as opposed to trying to run away from it. And then the third step for dealing with your fear of your power to create is to have a community in your life. This is something that for me has been so essential. And there are so many times in your path that you want to give up, and there's so many triggers that you have to go through. I like to call them initiations. Some people call them their challenges that they have to go through. But when you cultivate a really strong community who completely support your vision and are aligned with what you're about and what you're creating and who you are, that supports you so much when you inevitably meet those obstacles within your own self and then in your outer life that you have to navigate. So having that encouragement to move through your resistance and actually to step out your comfort zone, because our ego loves to be comfortable, it loves everything to be familiar, in the known, so it can categorize, make it feel safe and familiar. But ultimately, in order to meet your own power and be able to co-create the life that you are here to do, it's not anything outside of you, it's in you, it's completely natural, it's completely organic, but it's actually being able to have those people in your life. So that is the reason why in this month's theme for getting ready for next year, I'm doing Envision Your New Year. And I was going to say new reality, but it's also to do with your whole reality. But it's Envision Your New Year. And it's going to be on the lead up to the winter solstice on the 21st of December. So the doors are open to join now, and they close this Saturday. So if you're interested in joining, please just send me a DM. If you're seeing this on Facebook, just send me a DM. And if you're getting this through email, just send me an email. I'd love to hear from you. So I'm going to do a little recap of the 3 steps to help you to envision your new year, the new reality that you want to step into. So step 1 is to clarify your vision. That can be very much on the physical of what that looks like and the steps that you have to take, but also it can be on the feeling level of what qualities that you want to embody. So wherever you are is exactly where you're meant to be. And number 2 then is to start to understand your emotional blocks and the self-sabotage that you have when you start to make progress and you start to change and you initiate change. What are those habits that start to creep in that try to kind of stop you and block you, so that you can then move through those and move through your fears and your resistance. Step 3 then is to have a community in your life that supports your vision, that gives you the encouragement and challenges you to move out of your comfort zone, move, as I like to say, from fear to trust, and to just claim who you are and claim your power to create. So I'd love to hear from you, any of your thoughts or insights from what I shared today, and I will see you here very soon.